Cheers! Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Wednesday, and welcome to Coffee Convo Wednesday. It is the new year, and so it's Wednesday, January 3rd. I had to think about it for a second. I'm Cindy Simmons. I will be your host for Coffee Convo Wednesday, and I'm super excited that you guys are here, and you're thinking, why are you drinking a big, ginormous coffee cup the size of your head? I'm going to tell you about that because I have a special RaceTrac gift for you coming up at the end of the show, but you know I like a ginormous coffee, and so I have to say thank you to RaceTrac this morning for my ginormous Coffee Convo Wednesday coffee cup today. I mean, literally, look how ginormous this is. All right, welcome to Coffee Convo Wednesday. Like I said, I'm your host, Cindy Simmons. We'll be here for about 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll just talk about some fun stuff in the new year because the show is not about anything negative. We just want to talk about positive stuff and bring some cheer and joy and laughter to your day. So, all right, but before we get started, so for those of you who have been watching for a while, you know that we used to do the show in Atlanta, Georgia, where I lived. And now I moved to Orlando, Florida, where it's supposed to be sunny and like 77 degrees. That's the reason, right? Because you guys watch the show and you're like, oh, great, good for you. You live in Florida and it's all nice and warm. Like my Florida friend, Melissa, who's watching. So, you know, because we live in Florida, it should be warm. Today, it is not. In fact, it's a freezing cold rain, and I know those of you watching, like anywhere over here on the East Coast and the Upper East Coast are like, really? How cold is it there in Florida? All right, well, today it was only 45, but tomorrow, you guys, it's going to be like 33 degrees in Florida. And in North Florida, they're supposed to be getting snow flurries. What is even happening? It's like I don't even know you, Florida, anymore. I don't even know you. Okay. Also, a couple things before we get started, I told you there's 3 things we're going to get to, but just a couple of random observations. We stayed in on New Year's. We were supposed to be going to our friend's house, but unfortunately, one of her little boys got sick. Boo for them. Boo for us because we really wanted to hang out with them. So it was a super chill New Year's. In fact, I'm embarrassed to admit I tried to go to bed before 11:30. I did. But I was watching all the New Year's Eve specials on all of the different channels, and something I did not know. First of all, I am not like a big crowd person, so like I can be in crowds, but it gives me a little bit of anxiety. I don't know what that's about. But every time I watch any of like the Ryan Seacrest, Dick Clark, New Year's Rockin' Eve, Steve Harvey, whatever, and I just see all those people there, I'm like, oh. And then I think, how are they there for like 8, 9, 10 hours at a time? Like you can't move. You have to eat. And what if you have to go to the bathroom? Y'all, maybe I am just lame and I didn't know this. They were wearing diapers. You know, like grown-up diapers. Diapers. I guess this just makes me old, but I can honestly say even when I was 20, I didn't really have any desire to stand anywhere in the freezing cold because it was like 0 degrees and wear diapers for 8 hours. I don't even want to wear a diaper for 1 hour, much less in a crowd, freezing, so I can't miss my spot. And I loved all the artists that they had on all the different channels, but I don't need to see anyone sing that badly. I'm just saying, if that makes me old, then I am old. Who wants to sit in a diaper for 8, stand in a diaper, not even sit, stand in a diaper for 8 hours. All right, random observation. So it's cold. It's the new year. Justin Timberlake has a new album coming out because anything that JT does, I am all about. Yes. Okay, so let's get to the 3 topics at hand this morning. Guess who's pregnant? You guys. Just kidding, not me. No, not happening. Chip and Joanna. Why am I so excited that Chip and Joanna are pregnant? Okay, so they announced they're pregnant last night. Fixer Upper came back to HGTV. If you don't watch Fixer Upper or know who Chip and Joanna are, you're like, really? That's who's pregnant? Yes, I'm a little excited. It's their 5th child. I don't know why I'm excited, but I'm excited. All right, so Chip posted on Instagram yesterday. It said, Gaines, party of 7, and then said, in parentheses, if you're still confused, we are pregnant. So they have Drake, Ella, Duke, and MEK. 12, 11, 9, and 7, and now they are pregnant with their 5th child, which I just think is awesome. because I love it. What if they named him or her Shiplap? Okay, again, if you don't watch HGTV or Fixer Upper or know who Chip and Joanna are, you're like, Shiplap what? All I know is in our new house that we are building and are moving into next month, we will definitely have, I knew, we're going to have Shiplap. Yes. You know when you just fell all over the place? It's a new year. And really, this is the first show of the new year. Okay, so yes, Joanna Gaines from Chip and Joanna, Fixer Upper, she's pregnant, and why am I excited about that? Because she just seems like a good person, and look how cute. Like, he was pretending he's all pregnant with his belly, and she's newly pregnant, and I just think they're cute. Okay. This really is such a big, yummy vanilla cup of coffee, which we're going to talk about in a minute. All right, number 2 on the list. Can we all agree here in the new year about something? And I'm going to admit that I'm guilty of it, so that you're not like, oh, look at you just judging everyone else who does this. No, I do it too, and I am making a commitment. Not a New Year's resolution, because I don't really do those, but if you do those, good for you. I just really don't. But I wanted to know if we can all just stop, like, I don't have a phone, but holding up our phones and videoing everything. Like, whether you are at a concert, you're watching fireworks, you're at your kids' play, your kids' game, it's like we don't watch and be in the moment anymore. And I really have obsessively been noticing this, especially like all over the Christmas and New Year's break. I felt like everywhere I went, this is what I saw. People just doing things with their families or without through the camera. Like, we all need like a technology, I don't know, break, or I don't know what you would call it, but we need to disconnect. When my 5-year-old daughter, my youngest daughter, Luna, she had a show over Christmas break. Well, it wasn't break, it was right before break. And it was like, little kids' Christmas program in the church. And I was watching her, and my husband couldn't be there. So again, I understand there are many reasons why people record things on their phones. Maybe it's your first time going to, say, Walt Disney World, and you're recording the fireworks. Okay. Or you're at the show and your significant other can't be there, so you want to record it. So I was at this program that my 5-year-old was doing, and my husband couldn't be there. So I did want to video some. So I videoed just like this and tried to get like a little bit, like 30 seconds of it. That's all. I saw people there that were like this the whole time. Then I'm at Disney watching fireworks, and this is what I see the whole time. Then on New Year's Eve, at any time, actually, I see a concert on TV. This is what I see the whole time. Like, no one's watching things in real time anymore. And I guess, like, I understand why I have to do it. For my job, I do social media for a living, so I'm always on social media. But I guess for someone who does not do that, I understand, like I said, if this is a first experience and you want to get it, but like, what happened? Like, how did we all watch things in real time before phones, back in the olden days? Yes, and Desiree watching said, if they have an iPad, like I've seen that at amusement parks too. Like, are you all really going home and rewatching those over and over and over and over and over again? I guess, like, help me understand. And I don't mean to sound judgy. I just really want some understanding and to find out if we could all kind of just like take a step back from doing this. Like, really be considerate. If you're at your kid's program, a kid's sporting event, any sporting event, any concert, anything you're watching. I mean, if I'm the person, like say on stage, like Mariah Carey, which I thought she did pretty good. If I'm the one on stage and this is all I see, I don't know, it feels like a disconnect for me. And if I'm going to a concert, I want to be connecting with the person that's singing, because I always think that they're just singing to me. Okay, I realize they're not, but I want to feel like they are. So I don't know, can we all like get on the same page here and kind of just see, I know it might be hard for some of us, all of us, but can we just like take a little baby step back and just stop like everything? And if it's not you, but you have kids that are doing that, maybe we teach our kids, hey, we don't need to record every single moment. Like, if you're going to watch the fireworks, do you really need to record all 15 minutes of the fireworks? If you're at a concert, do you really need to record every song that they do? I get it. Like, if it's your first and only concert you're ever going to go to your life, or it's your first trip you're ever going to go on. You want to record all those moments. And again, I'm leaving out people who do social media for a living. But even those of us, we can stand to take like a minute to just not record every single thing, because that is annoying. All right, I'm done. But I'm just saying, just stop it to that. All right, next on Coffee Convo Wednesday, and the last thing we're going to talk about, and I did ask my husband for permission, because I don't want to ever share a story that is embarrassing. And he's like, really? Really, did you have to share that? So my husband and I went for a bike ride this weekend, because I'm trying this whole biking thing, because I'm trying the running thing too, and I don't really like the running thing. But I have found a trail here that I both run and bike on. And y'all, that's a lot for me, because I am not like an exercise active person. But I love bike riding. So I have a hand-me-down bike that I've had for years, and my husband does too. Well, we were going on this bike ride, and we were driving over in our neighborhood to get over to this trail. And so we drove by, I can't even say it without laughing. And I don't know why I think it's so funny, but I just do. Okay. So we're driving in our neighborhood, and we look over, and there is a house. The garage is open, and all of their stuff is out on the yard. And I'm like, yes, garage sale. And my husband's like, yes, garage sale. Well, my husband sees a couple of bikes in their front yard. And he says to me, he's like, look, I know our bikes are pretty old, and it's not really in our budget to get 2 new bikes for me and you. But what if we just go look and see how much they cost? And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, maybe it's like one of those things when you go to a garage sale and you score, like on Antique Roadshow, you get something that's super amazing and it's $20. So I thought, well, maybe we can find a couple of bikes and they're $50 each. So we turn around on our, old used bikes that were super fine to be riding, but we thought, well, let's go check. So we roll up, and my husband's like, yeah, they've been out doing this garage sale all day, because when I went on a bike ride with Lily earlier, because they went on a bike ride earlier in the morning, he's like, they had been out here. I said, oh, okay. So we circle around and go back over to their garage sale, and it's not a garage sale. My husband's like, hey, you guys doing a garage sale today? Because the dad is out there with his kid, and the mom's, standing around. And the man looks at my husband, because I'm still standing like in the sidewalk, I'm not on the driveway. And he looks at my husband. He goes, no, man, we're just cleaning out our garage. I started doing the pedal, like I just started pedaling away. I was laughing so hard. You know the laugh that you do when you're just like crying because you're embarrassed at the same time, but you can't stop laughing. It's almost like when you fall or someone else falls and you make sure they're okay, but then you start laughing and it's like an awkward laugh because you shouldn't be laughing, but you keep laughing. That's what was happening. I couldn't stop laughing at all because it wasn't a garage sale. They were cleaning out their entire garage. My husband then, he was fine with me laughing because he started laughing, and we had a really good laugh. But he said to me, he goes, who takes everything out of their garage and puts it on the driveway? That to me is a garage sale. And I said, well, maybe you're going to paint the driveway. Who paints a driveway? Or who paints the inside of the garage? I said, well, some people do paint the floor of their garage. No one ever takes anything, everything out of their garage for, a cleaning session, a purging session. And I said, I just disagree. Now, I will say, I did think it was a garage sale too. So I'm just as guilty because it did look like a garage sale. But I guess if I were cleaning out the whole garage and then I was going to reorganize, maybe I was going to sweep or pressure wash the floor. I don't know. But man, was it embarrassing. Well, I thought it was embarrassing. He was like, whatever. I was dying laughing. And then even we, did our bike ride and came back home, and when we drove by the house, we both were like, not looking, because we were both embarrassed. He was embarrassed. He just didn't want to admit it. But it's kind of funny. But I think that if you're going to clean out your whole garage, then yes, you're going to take everything out of your garage and clean it. Oh, why is that so funny? It just is to me. All right, so that's what we talked about on Coffee Convo Wednesday. Joanna Gaines is pregnant. You know, Joanna, like we're on a first name basis. Joanna is pregnant. Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper. Chip and Joanna are having their 5th baby. Not me, as I know you guys were like, what? What? No. Yeah, I'm not pregnant today. And that was the chair, although it sounded like a toot. So Chip and Joanna, they are welcoming their 5th baby. And no news on when she's due. I didn't hear any of that. But and then also, can we all just agree to stop with the phones all the time up in the air at events, whatever events, sporting, concert, kids, whatever. But if you're at an event, can we just all agree to like stop with the phones? And then third, my husband and I went to a garage sale, but it was in fact not a garage sale. It was just this family cleaning out their garage. See, still so funny to me. Yes, and then also we discussed how freezing cold it is everywhere, even here in Florida. And I really feel for you. I think I heard today that somewhere in Pennsylvania they've had like the most snow ever for the month of December. Like, I feel for you all who are enduring snow. And I will definitely not complain about my 30-degree weather here in Florida, but it is snowing in Gainesville, Florida. I think the last time it snowed in Central Florida was like 1977. I looked it up. I feel like I should, learn about my new state that I live in. All right, but before we get out of here, I want to tell you about something that makes me really excited. Coffee. Duh. This is called Coffee Convo Wednesday, right? Okay. This is a ginormous coffee cup. Okay. How much did this cost when I went to RaceTrac this morning after I dropped off my girls? $1. But look, okay, so say you're just like, well, I'm going to go to RaceTrac and just have this small cup of coffee, right? $1. But nah, I need more than a small. I need, say, a medium. Crazy good cup of coffee. $1. But then you're like me, nope, I need a big, ginormous cup of coffee because I like big cups and I cannot lie. It's $1 too. Why is this big cup of coffee and every cup of coffee $1? Because RaceTrac is doing it for the entire month of January until January 31st. So basically you can get this ginormous cup of coffee, any size, for $1. And anything you want in it. And they have like a ton of different coffee flavors. Colombian, dark roast, decaf, Guatemalan, hazelnut, and regular. I kind of teeter between hazelnut and regular. I am more like a regular coffee, but what I love. So funny story for you. When we were living in Georgia, anytime we would get gas, we would always go to RaceTrac because my husband has been obsessed with RaceTrac for years. But when we would go on a road trip, say here to Florida before we lived here, we'd always stop at RaceTrac too. And my husband would always say to me, do you want to go in and get your coffee? Your special coffee? Because normally we'd like make a cup of coffee and do a to-go cup, in the morning or whatever on a road trip. But when we were doing a road trip and I've run out of coffee and he's like, hey, you want to go get your special coffee? Because he knows I love vanilla coffee. I don't really I care for pumpkin spice and peppermint. Like I care for those, okay, a little bit. But vanilla is really the only flavor that I drink every day, not even exaggerating. Every single day I drink vanilla coffee. And they have really great vanilla coffee. It's $1. In fact, you can even put whipped cream in and it's still $1. $1. Until January 31st. I'm telling you about this because I love RaceTrac. And because RaceTrac gave me 2 gift cards, 2 $25 gift cards. Not just one, 2. That means 2 of you are going to win a $25 gift card to RaceTrac because, it's crazy good coffee and they're doing the $1 coffee, any size, any type of coffee, anything you want in it for $1 until January 31st. And I kind of happen to love their coffee. The special coffee, as my husband calls it, the special vanilla coffee. But I thought kind of a great way to kick off the new year with 2 gift cards to RaceTrac. So we'll pick 2 of you this weekend so you can, go spend in the new year. So how do you win? It's simple. If you've never watched Coffee Convo Wednesday before, this is how you win. Just like this post, comment RaceTrac, and which city you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. So just like the post, comment RaceTrac, and then just tell me which city you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday, because I'd like to know where you guys are all hanging out this morning with me. And two of you will get a $25 gift card to RaceTrac each. Felt very Oprah-like. You get a gift card. You get a gift card. It's kind of like you get a coffee. 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 Any size coffee that you want. So cheers. And good luck to you guys. And thanks for hanging out with me on Coffee Convo Wednesday. This is episode 90. I told you episode 100 is going to be a big deal. So thank you all for hanging out with me each week on Coffee Convo Wednesday. Follow me on the socials. You can do that by going to cindysimmons.com. You can also find me on YouTube, and my kids have a little channel on YouTube as well called Lululand. So you can search Cindy Simmons or search Lululand or search them both and check that out. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and spread kindness like Nutella, because you know every show we have to end. Spread kindness. It's the new year, and I heard that is the #1 New Year's resolution, is for people to be kind, which I love. So a big fat cheers to you, and thanks for hanging out with me, and have a great Happy New Year. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week. Happy Wednesday, and thanks for hanging out with me. Cheers.